We are in the midst of our sermon series called At the Movies, and so because of copyright limitations, we cannot stream these services. But again, stick around because we have a special devotion just for you today. Have you ever felt like you were not the best at anything? Like you just weren't really good at anything at all, like you didn't have a gift, or at least a gift that mattered? I mean, I could be the world's greatest pickleball player, but if I was a terrible husband and friend, then that gift wouldn't really matter much, would it? This week we turn our attention to the new Disney classic Encanto. It's a story about a family who is gifted, who are given all sorts of wonderful gifts, gifts of healing, gifts of super listening, of strength, of talking to animals, of controlling the weather, and so on and so on. And so all of these children, all of these siblings have these wonderful gifts, everyone that is, except for Maribel. She doesn't have any gifts, at least no gift that someone could perceive. And so she goes throughout her life trying to figure out what her gift is. And she just can't seem to find it out. She has no special gift. We read in 1 Corinthians chapter 12 that all gifts come from God. So I want to share a little bit about that. This is 1 Corinthians 12, chapter 4. It says, "There are different kinds of gifts, but the same Spirit distributes them. There are different kinds of service, but the same Lord. There are different kinds of working, but in them all and in everyone is the same God at work." To be honest, we know that there are gifts that are more easily seen than others. You can look at professional sports leagues. You see physical gifts and talents on full display, but other gifts are much harder to see. Most of our gifts need to be cultivated as well. We are given God-given gifts, but we have to work to see those come into full reality. You see, that's the thing about Maribel in Encanto. It's not that she's not gifted. She is. She has many gifts. They're just not the extravagant, extraordinary gifts of her siblings. No, they're gifts that have to be cultivated, that she has to work for. And so throughout her life, that's exactly what she does. She works on those gifts that are already in her until finally she comes into a full realization that she is indeed gifted, not in the same ways as others, but in her own very special way. Friends, we all have gifts. We are all gifted by God in different ways and called to use those gifts in a variety of ways, and no gift is better than the other. But I believe that we are all called to cultivate those gifts, to work on those gifts in service to our Lord. And so, friends, if you find yourself today thinking that maybe you're not the best at anything, maybe you don't have one of those big, flashy gifts that you see on TV, know that you're in good company, that God honors all of our gifts as long as we bring them to Him. And so may God cultivate those gifts in you every day, and may you use your gifts, whatever they may be, for the glory of God. Blessings, and we'll see you next Sunday.